Many seniors quietly accept waking up multiple times each night to use the bathroom as a normal part of aging. Over time, interrupted sleep becomes routine. Morning fatigue lingers, concentration fades, energy declines. Many people stop questioning these changes and begin shaping their days around poor rest, believing nothing can be done. What is often overlooked is that frequent nighttime urination is rarely caused by age alone. It is not simply a weaker bladder. In many cases, it reflects gradual changes in internal signaling systems that regulate sleep, kidney activity, and nerve responses. These systems work together every night to reduce urine production and keep the body at rest. As the years pass, this coordination may weaken. Hormone signals that normally slow kidney output can decline. Nerve pathways meant to remain quiet during deep sleep may become overactive. When these signals lose balance, the bladder can send urgency messages even when it is not truly full. For decades, this pattern has been misunderstood. Seniors are often advised to limit fluids or accept restless nights as unavoidable. Yet growing scientific observations suggest that nighttime disruptions are more closely related to biological regulation than to aging itself. This distinction matters. When people understand that disrupted sleep is connected to internal processes rather than personal failure, their perspective changes. Curiosity replaces frustration. Hope replaces resignation. Nutrition and daily habits then take on a new role, not as treatments, but as supportive tools. By understanding these signals, seniors can begin making informed choices that encourage deeper sleep, steadier energy, and improved quality of life. With this understanding in mind, attention turns to one specific food that stood out in recent observations. Walnuts may appear simple, but they play a unique role in supporting the body's natural transition into sleep, especially for older adults. Walnuts are naturally associated with the body evening wind-down process. Research observations reported in 2025 noted that regular walnut consumption was linked with higher levels of a compound related to melatonin activity. Melatonin is a hormone involved in signaling the body that it is time to rest. As this signal strengthens, the brain begins coordinating nighttime functions more efficiently. When walnuts are eaten in the evening, their natural components are broken down during digestion and absorbed gradually. This process supports the brain's normal messaging system that helps slow nighttime activity. One important effect of this signaling involves the kidneys. During healthy sleep cycles, the kidneys reduce fluid output and concentrate urine, allowing the body to remain at rest longer. In many seniors, this rhythm becomes less consistent over time. Nighttime signals may weaken, leading to increased urine production and more frequent awakenings. Walnuts appear to support the timing of these internal messages rather than forcing a response. This distinction is important because it aligns with the body's existing rhythms instead of working against them. Beyond sleep signaling, walnuts also contain fats that support overall inflammatory balance. While this is not a treatment, a calmer internal environment may contribute to fewer false urgency sensations during the night. They support the natural sleep transition when used consistently within an evening routine daily. While hormonal signaling sets the stage for deeper sleep, walnuts contribute in another important way that directly involves bladder comfort. They are a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids, nutrients that support tissue balance and calm overactive responses inside the body. Omega-3 fats are widely studied for their role in moderating inflammation. In the context of nighttime urination, this matters because bladder tissue can become irritated or overly sensitive with age. When this happens, nerve endings may send urgency signals even when the bladder is not truly full. These false alarms are a common reason seniors wake repeatedly during the night. When walnuts are consumed regularly, their omega-3 content supports a more stable internal environment. Rather than forcing the bladder to hold urine, these fats appear to help reduce unnecessary irritation and soften exaggerated nerve responses. This allows the bladder to remain relaxed until a genuine need arises. This calming effect works alongside the hormonal support discussed earlier. As sleep signals strengthen and bladder tissues remain less reactive, the body is better able to maintain longer periods of rest. The brain receives fewer interruption signals, and the kidneys are allowed to continue their nighttime conservation pattern. It is important to view this process as supportive rather than corrective. Walnuts do not override bodily functions or mask symptoms. They work gradually, reinforcing systems that already exist but may have weakened over time. This combination of gentle sleep signaling and tissue support explains why walnuts are often introduced first. They address two common contributors to nighttime disruption at once. After supporting hormonal balance and bladder tissue comfort, attention shifts to another layer of nighttime control involving muscles and nerves. This is where almonds enter the picture as a complementary element rather than a replacement for earlier support. Almonds are valued for their naturally high magnesium content. Magnesium is a mineral involved in muscle relaxation throughout the body. In many seniors, the smooth muscles surrounding the bladder become overly responsive at night. Instead of remaining relaxed, they may tighten or spasm, sending sudden urgency signals that interrupt sleep. When magnesium levels are adequate, these muscle fibers are more likely to remain calm during rest. This reduces unnecessary contractions that can trigger awakenings. The bladder is then able to hold urine comfortably until a genuine need arises rather than reacting to minor internal sensations. Almonds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid involved in nervous system regulation. During digestion, tryptophan contributes to the production of calming neurotransmitters that help quiet neural activity. This calming effect supports communication between the bladder and brain, reducing exaggerated alert signals during sleep. Together, magnesium and tryptophan support both muscular and neurological balance. This combination is important because bladder control depends on more than muscle strength alone. It relies on coordinated messaging between nerves, muscles, and the brain. Like walnuts, almonds are not presented as a cure or medical solution. They work gradually by supporting existing biological pathways. When included consistently as part of an evening routine, they help create an internal environment that favors uninterrupted sleep and fewer nighttime disruptions over time for many older adults. Beyond muscle relaxation and nerve calming, almonds offer another layer of nighttime support that is especially relevant for many older adults. This involves how the body manages blood sugar while sleeping, a factor that is often overlooked when discussing frequent nighttime urination. During the night, elevated blood glucose levels require the kidneys to work harder. When excess glucose circulates in the bloodstream, the kidneys increase filtration to remove it, and this process pulls additional water along with it. The result is a higher volume of urine produced overnight, even when fluid intake has been normal. Almonds contribute to metabolic steadiness because they have a low glycemic impact and contain beneficial fats and fiber. These characteristics help slow digestion and reduce sharp rises in blood sugar after evening meals or snacks. When glucose levels remain stable, the kidneys are not pushed into an emergency filtering mode during sleep. For seniors managing prediabetes or diabetes, this stability can be particularly meaningful. A calmer metabolic environment allows the kidneys to follow their natural nighttime rhythm, focusing on conservation rather than constant adjustment. This reduces the overall amount of urine generated while the body is at rest. This effect works quietly in the background, complementing the muscular and neurological support already discussed. It does not act quickly or dramatically, but it reinforces balance across multiple systems. By supporting blood sugar regulation, almonds help remove another common trigger for nighttime awakenings. This layered approach explains why almonds are included alongside walnuts as part of a broader, supportive routine aimed at improving sleep continuity over time. With hormonal balance, tissue comfort, and metabolic stability in place, the discussion naturally expands to a third supportive element that works from a different direction. Pistachios introduce the role of the digestive system, an area rarely connected to nighttime urination, but deeply involved in how the body manages fluids during sleep. The digestive tract is home to trillions of microorganisms that influence metabolism, inflammation, and signaling throughout the body. Research observations reported in 2025 noted that pistachios provide prebiotic fibers and healthy fats that support beneficial gut bacteria. When these microbes are nourished, they help regulate blood sugar handling and reduce low-grade inflammation. This balance matters at night because the kidneys respond to metabolic signals coming from multiple systems. When blood sugar remains steady and inflammation is lower, the kidneys are less likely to increase filtration unnecessarily. Instead of producing excess urine, they follow a calmer overnight pattern focused on conservation. Pistachios support this process indirectly. They do not act on the bladder muscles or sleep hormones directly. Instead, they help create a stable internal environment where other regulatory systems can function efficiently. A balanced gut microbiome contributes to smoother communication between digestion, metabolism, and kidney activity. This inside-out approach highlights an important idea. Nighttime bladder behavior is not isolated to one organ. It reflects how well multiple systems are working together. When digestion is balanced, downstream effects often include steadier energy use and improved fluid management. By addressing gut health, pistachios complete the trio by supporting the foundation beneath hormonal, muscular, and neurological balance during nightly rest. With all three elements now introduced, attention turns to how they are used together. Simply eating these nuts at random times may not provide the same supportive effect. Timing plays an important role because the body follows predictable rhythms as it moves toward sleep. Walnuts are best consumed shortly before bedtime because they align with the body's natural preparation for rest. Eating approximately 40 grams about 30 minutes before sleep allows their compounds to be available as nighttime signals begin to rise. This supports the transition into deeper rest without interfering with digestion. Almonds follow a different schedule. Their benefits depend on allowing magnesium and calming nutrients enough time to circulate. Consuming roughly 23 almonds 60 to 90 minutes before sleep gives these nutrients time to reach muscles and nerves before the deepest sleep stages begin. This timing helps avoid digestive activity during the night. Pistachios work earlier in the evening. Their fiber and fats require more time to interact with the digestive system. Eating them as an evening snack around 2 hours before bedtime allows gut activity to settle before sleep, while still supporting overnight metabolic balance. This staggered approach is intentional. Each food supports a different system, and each system operates on its own clock. When timing is respected, the body is supported rather than disrupted. This structure also prevents common mistakes. Eating too close to bedtime can activate digestion and disturb sleep. Spacing intake allows nutrients to work quietly in the background. Consistency matters more than perfection. Following this rhythm night after night helps reinforce habits. Once timing is established, preparation becomes the next critical factor. Even supportive foods can lose their value if they are processed in ways that disrupt the body's natural balance. For seniors, small details such as salt, oils, and storage methods can quietly determine whether these nuts help or hinder nighttime rest. Raw and unsalted varieties are generally preferred. Excess salt encourages water retention and increased thirst, which can directly work against the goal of fewer nighttime awakenings. When additional fluids are consumed late in the day, the kidneys are naturally required to process more volume during sleep. Choosing unsalted nuts helps avoid this unnecessary burden. Processing methods also matter. Some roasted nuts are prepared with added oils that may irritate sensitive tissues or contribute to low-grade inflammation. While roasting itself is not always problematic, minimal processing preserves the natural structure of the nutrients that support balance. For individuals with sensitive digestion, gentle preparation can make a difference. Soaking walnuts for several hours before consumption may improve digestibility without removing their naturally occurring sleep-related compounds. This step allows nutrients to be absorbed more smoothly while reducing digestive strain in the evening. Proper storage is equally important. The beneficial fats and minerals found in nuts are delicate and can degrade over time when exposed to heat and light. Storing nuts in a cool environment, such as a refrigerator, helps preserve their quality. Attention to these details ensures that each serving supports the intended purpose. When preparation aligns with timing, the body receives support rather than mixed signals during the night. Natural approaches require patience because they support the body by restoring internal balance rather than forcing quick results. During the first week of following this 3-nut routine, changes are often subtle. Many seniors notice that falling asleep feels easier, or that the first stretch of sleep lasts slightly longer than before. These early shifts matter because they signal that internal rhythms are beginning to respond. By the second week, more noticeable changes often appear. Nighttime awakenings may become fewer, and the urgency that once felt sudden can begin to soften. For some people, trips to the bathroom gradually decrease, creating longer and more restorative sleep cycles. As consistency continues into the third week, The combined support from hormones, muscles, nerves, and digestion begins to work together more clearly. Sleep becomes deeper, and interruptions become less disruptive. The body starts recognizing a new pattern, one that favors rest rather than repeated alertness. By the fourth week, many seniors describe reaching a new normal. Instead of planning nights around bathroom visits, sleep feels more predictable. Some individuals wake only once, while others sleep through the night entirely. Even small reductions in interruptions can produce meaningful improvements. Better sleep often brings noticeable daytime benefits. Energy levels feel steadier, mental clarity improves, mood becomes more balanced. These changes are not dramatic overnight shifts, but gradual improvements that build confidence. The key is realistic expectations. Natural support works over time, not instantly. Paying attention to small progress helps maintain motivation. With patience and consistency, many seniors find that calmer nights lead to days ahead. By now, the larger picture should feel clear. The goal was never just to reduce nighttime bathroom trips. It was to understand why they happen and how small, consistent choices can support the body as it ages. Walnuts, almonds, and pistachios each address a different part of the same system. Walnuts support the evening hormonal shift that tells the body it is time to rest. Almonds help calm muscles and nerves that may otherwise trigger false urgency. Pistachios strengthen the metabolic foundation through digestive balance. Together they form a gentle, coordinated approach rather than a quick fix. When sleep improves, benefits often extend beyond the night. More complete sleep cycles allow the immune system to function more effectively. Morning energy becomes steadier. Mental focus and memory feel clearer. Many seniors also notice greater physical comfort, as restful sleep supports recovery and reduces daily strain. It is important to remember that food is not medicine, and nutrition does not replace professional care. These habits are meant to complement healthy routines, not override medical guidance. Listening to your body, adjusting portions, and maintaining realistic expectations are all part of the process. The deeper lesson is simple but powerful. Aging does not mean surrendering comfort or accepting constant disruption. Small actions, repeated consistently, shape long-term outcomes. By supporting natural rhythms instead of fighting them, seniors can move toward nights that feel calmer and days that feel lighter. If this information helped you see your routine differently, choose consistency over perfection with patience and care. Better nights can become possible again over time.